Innovation cannot occur without collaboration, both with other teachers and with students themselves. My challenge has been to facilitate the academic development of a group of students who are highly intelligent and highly motivated, but for many of whom English is a foreign language. And these students are technologically savvy as well. They're deeply curious. So my strategy has been to use their strengths to scaffold their weaknesses. As an English teacher, I'm deeply concerned with giving students an experiential knowledge of language, not just book knowledge. And that method inspired me to design a tool that would enable students to use technology to pare the sentences down to their barest bones and to reveal grammatical structure from which they could more easily extract meaning. So I designed this color grammar tool. The name is still in progress, but that's basically what it is. And it would allow students to highlight parts of the sentences separated by various boundary markers, such as punctuation, such as commas and periods and semicolons, dashes, that kind of thing. And also clauses. So the tool would also allow students to get more detailed in identifying boundaries by sorting dependent clauses from independent clauses and identifying those dependent clauses based on whether they're being started by subordinating conjunctions or prepositional phrases or things like that. I also added extra functionality to the tool, making undo buttons available, redo buttons, save buttons, giving the tool paragraph placeholders so that instead of just using my passages that I found for them, students would be allowed to insert their own texts and then perform this operation on language of their own creation, language that is to their own taste. I also added certain features like strike through, other features like that it gave them some freedom, but I did that later on so that at first they would get used to the tool. They wouldn't be overwhelmed by the tool, and also it would discourage abuse of these features at the outset. So I saved those features for later on in the process. Words and all that. But scaffolding was something I used to place students at the forefront. When teaching them word roots, for instance, I would start not by having them memorize the roots and their meanings, but by having them identify words in their own vocabulary, words they knew already that contained those roots. This I found to be a tremendous aid to memorization, and it made learning feel less like a chore to them. They were just kind of finding out things that they already knew, that they didn't know they already knew. Another scaffolding tool is one I use when I'm modeling metacognition for the students and modeling reading comprehension, actually showing them how it's done, how I do it, how I deal with the difficulties of reading and comprehending. Notice, for instance, how this particular text highlights only a few words, the ones in blue, and then it takes for granted that the rest is perfectly understandable to the students. And yeah, this might be true for some native speakers, but in my experience, not all native speakers grasp the context as well as it seems that they're expected to right here. But especially my ESL students, they need more. So I developed a way to present the passages, a mix of metacognition and scaffolding. I tried to model the confusion that students might feel and sort of massage the text to make it even more hospitable. Confidence. I almost didn't apply for this competition. I almost didn't enter it because I didn't see the design I'd been doing as innovation. And that's because I had to seek help with the coding. I didn't have that under my belt. I'm an English teacher, right? So I was intimidating by it. So I sought help from Copilot. Copilot helped me understand a lot of the HTML that I needed to use and even some Python. And I learned quite a bit about both of those languages. And I'm nowhere near fluent right now, nowhere near fluent. But I'm doing my best for the students because they deserve it, you know.